Have you seen one of these before?
Yeah, he seems alright.
Is that from James?
Now, what do you know about James?
That he's creepy. He was selling them last Friday at the market. There's a market every week.
Wait a minute.
Thing.
Selling?
And I usually go there for lunch.
So you wouldn't buy one of these?
No, I wouldn't. But Kate would.
Was she into this sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. She bought one.
That's weird.
And I went round to her flat to try it out.
You're
meant
right.
to see ghosts or spirits or something. It doesn't work.
How do you use it?
You're right.
You're just meant to stare into it. Shall I show you?
Go ahead.
She
Okay,
did say
so-
Thursday.
You just stare like this. And
And Kate is looking back at you.
then you see
See what?
sorry, look, you're meant to see a ghost or something. Look, it doesn't
I
work.
think she has one, and I think she's practicing. But you're absolutely right. James was selling them on Friday, but she said that she left on Thursday. Wait, what? Oh, no. No. It is, this guy, where was it? Parents and last Friday. There we go.
Aha.
Yep.
So,
100%
you went
true.
home to see your parents on Thursday night, that right?
Yes.
But you said you saw James at the market on Friday.
No, I went to see my parents on Friday night.
Guilty.
What time did you go on Friday?
8 or 9.
And you didn't see Kate at all on Friday?
No.
8 or 9. So that's
Not
after
a
the.
very good liar, Emma.
That's after the fight.
Okay,
That's after the fight.
I saw Kate
Where?
at the pub. We were arguing.
Go on. What were you arguing about?
I'd lent her £50 because she was desperate, and we were just arguing. It didn't really bother me. She just didn't have it.
And Kate broke the window.
Yes. She did things like that when she was angry.
Smash things.
Yes.
So it was Emma arguing with Kate. But why didn't she want to admit it? In case it gave her a motive? Or something else?
I think something went wrong around that time. She's definitely lying about something. Something else. As soon as you start lying, you know, everything sort of becomes sus. She was buying jewelry? Yeah, that's the thing. But does that mean the argument was updated? Yeah, lent money to Kate because Kate needed it. Let's test those. You were necklace. Oh no, not that one. Pendant. Yeah.
So you lent money to Kate because she was desperate, but she bought loads of jewellery and things. So why were you lending her money?
Well, no, it's because
Yes.
it's
It wasn't about money, was it, Emma?
I'm listening.
no.
Go on. What was it really about?
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Ryan's affair with...
Ryan
Kate.
was sleeping
No,
around.
I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student, and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing, even if he did have an affair.
There has to
Were
be an
you
affair.
friends with Ryan?
No,
a
I
murder.
never met him.
You
There's
just
a murder.
thought
Someone
Kate
needs to
was wrong.
fuck.
Yeah.
Not sure about this. Emma's either on a moral crusade, or there's another reason she was worried about Kate blackmailing Ryan.
But wait a minute. She's talking about Ryan like she knows him, but she said she only went once with Simon. Is that the mask? Hasn't seen the mask. Atlas. Only went to Atlas once. Advertisement. Never met Ryan. Kate wanted to blackmail Ryan over his... No. Yeah.
Ah.
You said you went
She
to
might be
an
the other
Atlas
woman.
meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at
The
Atlas.
plot's getting thicker.
But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Can't promise that.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
Zero, you nailed it.
She didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I, and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and... what?
Called it.
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it?
Smash!
You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
And now it's 7 p.m.
7 o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
Okay, so let's go up to Atlas. Oh no, not... Oh well.
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
Police?
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means
You're breaking the law.
that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You gonna give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
Pathetic.
Personal space, please. Six feet.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that
Protecting
into a tree?
mistress
Either
and
he's
marriage.
a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to
True.
that symbol than meets the eye.
Right now, I think Ryan did it just so Rebecca wouldn't find out. But no, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Unless Ryan was having sex with both Emma and Kate, and that was why they were fighting, because they were both having sex with the same man. Jealousy is sort of a weird thing. Anyway, we're going to Atlas because we want to see if Ryan is there. Hello? Knock, knock.
Ryan!
Whoa!
Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, is that all right?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
wait to ask for an invitation to enter the door. Okay.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Ooh. Look at his
Kate
face
Vine.
when he said the name.
Well, yes, she was.
Look at his face.
All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be
Yes,
rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Yes. He needs a monocle. Seriously. Perfect villain. Okay, let's start from the top.
I
What does he
believe
know?
the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day. Benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes.
Everybody
I mean,
says that.
It didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course.
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
Yeah.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her.
Okay, so he
It's
insists
quite
on
a
suicide.
shock. Nobody expected that.
Enthusiastic at what?
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Does
Ask
Simon
about the
Thompson
bike.
ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
Bottles, broken pendant, homebrew.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
Okay. Just want to make sure that I didn't skip anything. Freedom necklace.
Know what this is?
Yes, it's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's
Wait,
supposed
what?
to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
Hold up. So he knows what it is, and it is connected to Atlas. Emma had one that she gave to Kate. So Emma, who's not partaking in Atlas, has an Atlas necklace. We know she's having an affair with Ryan. Ryan claims he never bought one. That is very, very confusing.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh,
Window?
Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
His mannerisms.
Can you tell me about this?
It
Haven't
fits
seen that
perfectly.
for a while. We had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess, the mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Okay, so he's tying it back to paganism, and we visited James, who's making scrying mirrors. Interesting.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long
6:30?
after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks.
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
The book is... So someone left an atlas? So you read a map and was like, that's a good name. Yeah, that's a good name. I'll keep it. I'll take it.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
It is?
You have seen one before.
Well, I used to have one
Pagans,
myself,
orgies,
actually,
sacrifices,
along
murder.
with lots of other bits
Standard
and
stuff.
pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Sounds like
Of course
college.
I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector.
No.
The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Maybe.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean
That's
exactly.
a cult. Rock on. Okay, so we really don't have anything to ask him, and I don't really smell any contradictions, so...
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's go and talk with... Simon and Emma. Let's talk with Emma. Knock, knock.
Ask about a few more things, please. If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No. Why?
It's okay. Thanks.
Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Why couldn't I ask Simon?
There you go. Come on. Cute.
Oh, he's wearing an apron now.
Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I had no idea you were a cook.
Oh no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Not here.
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The
Abbey
farmer
Farm.
used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James.
To grow stuff.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
I love you in sign language.
But it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
The weeds.
If I did this,
This.
would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Wait.
Free to be free. Free yourself from the things that are holding you back.
And Ryan said they didn't.
Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt,
Sex, drugs,
and
rock
doubting,
and roll.
self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives.
From the course.
It stops you looking forward. It It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Yes.
Free
Dolly
to be
Ann, how are you
free.
doing, by the
Not
way?
the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes.
He calls it the freedom phrase.
Be back later
I
on
think
if
we need
that's
to
okay.
go back to Ryan and ask him about this freedom phrase too.
Do
'cause he
you
said
know
it
the
didn't
phrase
exist.
free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
Well, yeah.
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
Probably be back later.
Let's go and ask Ryan about that, because he said that it wasn't part of the course at all. So he was obviously lying.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Let's
Can
see.
you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector.
That was
There's an
condescending.
intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's
The village
successful.
hall?
But he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
So they used to be based at the village hall, and that was where we saw that old poster.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Oh, there he is.
We're just starting a session, do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
Well then. Well, Simon said he was part of the course at Atlas, but yeah, okay. Okay, so who do we want to talk with? I think Rebecca could be interesting right now. Oh, by the way, Simon talked about the greenhouse. Let's go to the farm. And let's check out the greenhouse and see if there's anything that we missed.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Go further. Oh. Yes. This is where we grow the funny stuff. Like basil.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but it'd be interesting to see what he says about it.
I think we found some devil's lettuce. Right? It's oregano. Leave him alone. It's just oregano. I was just typing that. I just want to see if there's anything in here that we missed. I don't think there is. No. Okay, let's have a talk with James about his mystery herbs. Ding ding.
A few more questions, please.
Let's see.
You tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
It's tea.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah.
Mojito?
I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive.
Ooh,
So you normally just
nice.
leave packets of mint lying around?
Yes.
Must have dropped it.
Oh no. He dropped the mint. Mint.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
Symbol?
If I did that,
Oh, he's struggling.
would it mean anything to you?
Yeah. It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen
People
anyone
into heavy metal?
local using it?
Not that I remember.
So, does he have fuzzy memory? I don't know. There's nothing really poking out.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's see if we can talk with Ryan's dad, because the house is right here. Go round. Nope. Let's go up the road and talk with Rebecca. It's been a while since we've visited. Ding.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What
She
do you
knows a
think
lot.
about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
No. Well, interesting. Carving?
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
One in the pinky and one in the stinky?
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did
What?
you find this?
Magic mint.
What?
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a
Drugs.
dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
We knew it?
No.
And the
No,
thumb
I
to
don't
ring the
take
bell?
medicines,
Right?
I like to stay pure.
It's drugs.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Oh, we never asked about the scrying mirror.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is it meant to be black like that?
I think so.
No.
Thank you, Goose. Okay, she knows nothing about the mirror.
That's all for the
Okay.
moment. Thank you.
Let's ask Simon about the drugs because he knows James pretty well. And then Emma,
A
because
few more questions, if you don't mind.
Emma.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum.
Magic mint. Same thing.
Oh, yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Like once or twice, yeah.
Look at him.
But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs
Teenage
either.
rate.
Well, nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
Okay, that's a bit weird when you ask the question in that order. Oh, did you know about Magic Mint? Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a drug. By the way, do you know what this is? No clue. He should have connected the dots, but I guess because the game is made like this,
Be back later on.
He
if that's
can't.
Okay.
Alcohol for drugs? Oh, so James makes the funny weeds, and Simon makes the alcohol, and then they trade. You know what?
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah, hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
Yes, you have. You have taken
You know what
air.
these are, by any chance?
Oh, she didn't thief.
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
We did. I don't think we missed anything on her. I really don't feel any contradictions right now.
Thank you.
So as long as we can keep finding answers for stuff, I say we just press on. Let's check these part. Oh.
What are you? Private eye?
Yeah.
No, I'm a police inspector.
Public eye.
What are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Wait, what?
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it.
Wait,
he runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam... something?
Sacrifice? I guess you do get the truth from the drunk.
Them. I think I might call the station. Find out a bit more about this Liam.
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Alright, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Edenton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides.
Another
in 2 years,
suicide.
both in Edenton.
Yep.
I mean, you've got your work cut out, Jenksy.
Yeah,
See,
don't I know it?
this is where it gets weird.
Good luck with that. See you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay. Let's see. So Liam's death. A student called Liam died last year under similar circumstances to Kate. Was it suicide? Kind of doubt it now. Let's ask people. Knock, knock. Well, ding,
a few
ding.
more questions, if you don't mind.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died?
Liam my balls? No.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
That's a weird
He was
last
in my
name.
year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that, skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard
What?
of Salvia?
No.
Hold up. He doesn't know much about plants, but he was doing plant science.
Aha. So, your degree is in
Nice.
plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of Salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it.
Yeah, it's legal. Why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
Scrying mirrors and
does this
and
involve
drugs.
anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else?
Nah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
Yeah.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later. The only drug he grows? I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
It sure is sus. So he grows for private use. He doesn't grow any other drugs. It's for meditation, so I guess that's in connection with the scrying mirror. We can't use that. But you guys were talking about the alcohol for drugs. Traded it for moonshine? Traded herbal tea. Private use.
Aha.
Brilliant.
When you say herbal tea,
Yeah.
do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded
Probably.
salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else?
Well,
Did you give
technically
it to
said he
anybody
didn't
else?
sell it. Trading and selling, is that the same thing? Well, technically we
How many
trade
people
money
did you
for
give it
stuff,
to?
but
Did you give it to Kate?
semantics.
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
Didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay,
Then tell
so
me.
what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
The
You don't
forehead
know
one?
about Third Eye. If you don't know about Third Eye, you know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Yeah.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you?
It gets deeper, yeah.
They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant.
There's the symbol.
And selling them on. It's all there.
Third Eye's now Atlas.
What do you
right?
mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Like objects, commodities.
This is where he gets sniped through
Anyone
a
who
window.
could afford them.
He knew too
Top
much.
politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Holy
I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
Wow!
Obvious, you could tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. You know, I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented. You can read about it.
Yeah, and they did
They
LSD
showed all the
and
same
stuff.
signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yes.
Yeah,
And do
So?
you think that had anything to do with it?
maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Okay.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff?
That
This
was
is the first I've heard about
really
Third
intense.
Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
I think it's one and the same. That was really intense. I got goosebumps. That was intense. That was great. The mask symbol, yes. But we can't really do a comparison. But let me see. Do we have the mask? Doesn't recognize the mask, so killed himself, degree in plant science. We don't have anything. Ah, man. Because the symbol's right there. We can't do anything with it. I think we need to gather some more evidence. And we can pick it up later. Oh man, let's go to the pub because that's the closest. This is getting intense. I like it. Confront Ryan?
Couple more questions.
We
if that's
could,
okay.
yeah. I'm just thinking, let's gather some
Have
more
you
evidence.
seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods.
How did
He's
she
not
know
exactly a stable
James
person.
was talking about it?
And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
They all did it. Liam's death?
What do you know about Liam?
Cult murder?
You mean Liam who took his life?
One of us. One of us.
He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
This goes quite deep.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, let's go to Emma and Simon and then Ryan. I'm going to go and play some Elder Scrolls online with the hubby, but I will keep you up. Thank you so much, Dolly. I appreciate the support. Have a wonderful time and say hi to William from me.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Okay, so...
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his life.
Oh, that Liam. Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Yeah?
Have you seen this before?
Oh, Is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about Third Eye?
No, sorry.
I doubt that's true, but we don't really have anything to...
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Catch him on there.
What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. It was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
Okay, so
So you
James
don't agree
made
with
it.
what
That
I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's
That's why
absolutely
Rebecca
crazy.
knew.
He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens and that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
Okay, so...
Be back later on, if that's okay.
She still thinks James is just paranoid. Tinfoil and all. That's fine. Let's go to the man of the hour, Ryan.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Liam.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
The forever
Did you
sleep,
know
yes.
Oh, yes. Well, when I say know him, I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
Yeah, sorry.
Doesn't recognize the symbol, but the mask? Symbol and mask represents triple goddess.
Aha. Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
Oh, he is holding back.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
He's holding back so hard.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
He is drinking an awful lot. Have you noticed every time I ask him a question, he just... Yes? Mm-hmm. Aha. Okay. Nah, I don't know. He should be hammered right now. Like, he should be knocked the fuck out drunk right now. Unless that's water.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant. A legal one. At least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
What is in your hand?
We're not allowed, insurance purposes.
Well, I guess it's his office, so... Village Hall? We should check that out. You are right. But... Wait a minute. So... He never came into contact with Third Eye. Yeah, in the village hall? Yeah.
Aha.
Yep.
According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it?
He's getting nervous.
Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase, free to be free, while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well,
Ooh,
I'm
agitated.
afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Oh, no shit.
You see, Third Eye...
And I.
Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye?
In a new improved form, yes.
And
if you look at the
ran
posters,
Third
you can
Eye.
see the eyes.
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam.
He's very
You didn't
nervous.
just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. There was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement.
Okay.
Thought that was an end to it.
Hush money.
But then James and his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down. Buy a new place. Rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas?
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines,
I thought that was sort of public knowledge.
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? A course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector. Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me.
8 p.m.
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman. But
Wow, look at that house.
He does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
Is that a mole?
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Ooh,
Detective Inspector
that
Jenks.
voice.
I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
Oh, but I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
Whoa.
Go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No,
need...
that's as is. but if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, fire away.
Okay, thank you.
This one has a temper.
Wow, Paul certainly doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this film. And I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.
Oh, this one has a temper. Let's start.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. At the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out to the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
7.
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Okay.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Okay. The bike?
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
Okay. The pendant?
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or her killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
No.
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Unprofessional.
Don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Something about that dude.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Does not like Simon. Freedom necklace?
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course.
Then
There's
why
a
didn't he
bird
recognize the
caged far
bird?
away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
Emma? Yeah, he does remind a bit Snapey. Unwanted gift? Mm-hmm. Mask.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Argument?
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine. Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
No, that's when you changed the name. Okay, scrying mirrors.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Not at all. Strange question.
Well, I'm just going where the evidence leads me.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
Whoa, that laugh.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it? I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
Okay, I'm just gonna break the fourth wall just for a second. That guy is definitely classically trained. His cadence, his dictation, his rhetoric, the way that he speaks, the way that he carries his body, he is definitely a classically trained actor. It's very apparent, and I love it. I love it. It is a very particular style. It's a very Tolstoyish kind of style of acting. I love it. It's almost Shakespearean sometimes. It's pretty cool. It's pretty rad. Fam's here, so I'll be lurking. No worries. Enjoy your lurk. That is pretty freaking cool.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Okay.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
Okay, EMF going
so,
off.
You believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.